Hi, everybody. I know normally it's nighttime when I'm doing my stuff. Yeah, I just washed my hair, so it was pretty hot, and I've been working out today, and I had to spray those gnats. I'm in New York, and the gnats have been really bad, and they come out around 5 o'clock and they're crazy. One of the things I wanted to show you was how much I love my side lawn, although my daughter is going to have to mow shortly. Now these come back every year and they reseed themselves. These are what I call bluebells. Now up around my dog pen, I have them from now until October, which I was told is extremely rare, that they're supposed to bloom the first part of summer, end of spring, and then they reseed themselves and come back and they multiply. But mine, I planted around the fence on the inside of my dog pen and on the outside. So they are getting peed on and even pooped on, and they come back, and it's just amazing. When my daughter mows, I'll show everybody, and I have them all year. Now these I only have for a brief time, so I steal as many as I can and put them in other flower beds and give them to friends. But this is my yard. Isn't it absolutely, I mean, the whole yard. So I make her wait, excuse the leaves. I've been getting everything cleaned out, as you see. I turned this into a flower bed, planted some irises that were a Mother's Day gift from my neighbor who babysat for my children, and I've always called her my daughter, so it was a really nice gift. As you see, my hostas are popping, as are my daylilies. And these little things that I plant everywhere, they're coming up. They're bigger over here. Very, very nice. I like them. I planted them at the Sacred Circle. I also have ferns. I like these style. I got them from the woods. Whatever this is really sprouted. And I've been working on doing the rocks and kind of more of a, let's see, I got them here. And what's unique is you will get white and pink. And I always tell people they're like kisses from the angels, that they're special because you don't get a whole lot. And I'm very happy with the ivy. I transplanted this a while ago, and it's taken hold on this side. And then I've also done this ivy that gives very pretty purple flowers. So I'm trying to do a mixture of ivy on this mound, and then I do have lilies that haven't come up yet. They're in the middle here. I'm gonna pop and get the weeds, the grass out while I'm here. But I have some trimming to do, and I have these. These did really good. I transplanted these over. I got them this far back. There's one here. So next year that one will be bigger, and I'll probably have more. I don't know what they are. Most of the flowers that I get here are given to me as gifts. I mean, by the land. And this is always all ferns. I didn't get all the leaves out. They snuck up on me. So I'm going to have to do it by hand, pick them up by hand and not rake them, or I'll end up hurting them. I did some raking before they were even this tall, and well, see, but my goal is to go all the way to the railroad tie. Now that's a walkway, so I keep them out of the walkway. And I would like to keep this over here free. But I do let them, you know, hang out in their own spots. My friend Michael put this in. I'm not done cleaning it because I already have a guest living in it. Let's see if I can get them. There we go. Okay, come back just a little. Okay, there he is. He looks like a leopard, and I always have a leopard frog. I have no idea if he is from last year and he went to bed underneath. But I told him I need to get the leaves cleaned, and then I need to fill it with fresh water and clean the slimy stuff off of it because I don't like that green algae stuff. And I had a set of blue lights that I had in it that lit up it at night, and you could actually see the frogs in there at the bottom. Now it kind of died on me, and I found a new one that cycles through all different colors, but it's $50, so I'm hoping to get it maybe this month, and he'll have lights at night, which are important to me because I like to see everything lit up at night, and it's kind of neat walking over here and seeing my guests. He's just about tame. I've been patting him and getting him used to listening to me talk, so he's not, you know, afraid, so I can weed around him. And as you see, I have the bluebells around here. Those are daylilies. Those are hostas that I got from the woods, believe it or not. The rest of my, unfortunately, we got some snow late, and my jonquils, daffodils, and tulips were up, and a lot of them did not flower. I got no buds. A lot of the tulips gave me no buds. A lot of the jonquils and daffodils. Now the ones around my pond, I got so many. I was so thankful because I didn't get any from some of my other flower beds that normally give me a nice bouquet. I got probably 12 to 15 bouquets from just around the pond, so maybe the pond knew that I wasn't going to get any from other places in the yard. So over here, I still have raking to do. There's leaves, but this is a candlestick coming up. My mom gave that to me, and then my bleeding hearts. My grandmother had bleeding hearts, and it reminds me of her. And then these are really pretty flowers. I don't know what they are, but they decided to show up. And last summer, they gave me beautiful flowers. I also have some ferns that I took from the woods, and I have Pachysandra. I love Pachysandra, as well as the ivy. Right there is the ivy that gives the purple flowers. And I'm going to be working on some other ivy that I have out around the pond. It doesn't have flowers, but it's like a two-tone leaf, and I'll probably do the bigger ivy. It's just I have so much to do that I jump from here and there. It keeps me active, and it keeps me very busy, and I enjoy it very much. I gotta fix some of my things. We had some early morning thunderstorms with some wind, but Michael Mercurio actually dug the hole and put this in for me, so this will always be his area. And I've been trying to leave the mushrooms alone, but I got too many on over where I was working, and I could just hear them, "Leave my mushrooms alone." This was a challenge because there were bees, and there probably still are some ground bees living in it. But to me, it was like a flower bed, and it probably was at one time. And then the woman passed away, so I'm bringing things back. The rhododendron bush, I definitely need to. Oh, wow. Eesh. Does everybody see that in there? Oh, brother. Yeah, I gotta get away from there, and that sucks. I'm not gonna, unless this is from last year, I don't know. I don't see any bees, but I really don't want to see any bees. Okay, yeah. That's from last year. Wow. I'm very, very lucky I didn't get stung. I'm gonna try to save that. People take them. Oh, hopefully it's from last year and they're not just building it. There's nothing on the inside, and I don't see anything in it or crawling on it. I would think if they were building it, there would be some bees there, doing the daubing. I think those are mud daubers. I don't know. But my husband's highly allergic, so I'm going to have to take care of that because I don't want him to come back. This needs to be cut down, and I need to take pieces of it and put it at other places. Now that we actually own the house and the land, I can do that. But this is where I've been working, and I really like this area. It came to me. There was nothing on these mounds. I need to get some more mulch. I just saw a flower bed here. I still have lots of rocks. I just did that so here, daughter doesn't mow into it, the rocks, and I've started doing some solar lights. There's too much with the trees here, so I'll probably only have these solar lights because you won't get anything in the back. But I have to go around. I've cleared this out. Need to add some mulch and finish with the rocks all the way up and around. Get some of those trees trimmed and out of the way. Got the bird baths. I need to get them filled. But this is what I mean. I just transplant it and it grows. They come back bigger. And it doesn't matter if it's in the shade and the sun. But it does seem that wetter soil, like around my pond and dog pen, they just keep coming back. They're really beautiful flowers. And very pretty blue. And then, like I said, you'll get white and pink. And those are special. So, what I wanted to show everybody today, is my sacred circle. Everybody knows I lost a teepee. I've already started building a new teepee for my granddaughters, and then I want to buy a plastic shed, a good size one, big enough where I can have like a dining room, living room, little area, so I can have my altars inside, have a little living room where I can do lessons, people can sit, I can talk about things, and then a dining room with a dining table where I can actually do readings for people, do magic for people, assess people's situation, mental stability, because sometimes people don't need readings, they don't need magic, they just need somebody to talk to. And then I find some people do need counseling, so I recommend them to counseling before I do any type of stuff. But see, this is where I get, my whole backyard is full of these. So Casey's waiting for me up so she can mow. And then I also have nothing but, this is where the bluebells are. And I'll briefly show you the dog pen side, but she hasn't mowed yet, so you'll have to bear with that. Look at that. This is right along the fence line. These are coming in, and they'll be like that and flower until October, until the first frost. This is the pond. It needs to be cleaned. I'm working on getting somebody to help me. Those are flowering bushes that are growing inside each other, and trees. I have a neighbor that's going to come over and get rid of the saplings, trim them down, so hopefully next year they flower. And this is all Pachysandra. I've asked him to take out the saplings and get rid of them, so I have nothing but Pachysandra. Can't walk up on this because it's all rocks and I can't see. The other side I cleared, but it wasn't all rocks. So I'm hoping that if I hire him every summer, spring, summer, he'll come over and get rid of the saplings that grow, the pricker bushes, berry bushes, wild berry bushes. I just want it to be a mound of Pachysandra. My daylilies are doing wonderful. Very, very happy. And when I moved here, you couldn't even see the pond. I do need to get new driftwood. Working out, and I enjoy being here. The house is coming. It's taking me a lot longer because it's a lot smaller than the house I had, or the house I rented prior to coming here. But I'm determined to get rid of some stuff, and I'm determined to make it work. It's just going to take time. Okay, so the circle has been completely cleared. I cleared all the way to the old road, the old lumber logging road. There we go. I planted them. See, that's how big they'll get. That over there is lemon balm, Pachysandra that I planted last year. I am going to put some bluebells in and see how that goes. I took the old solar lights and put tea lights in them so I can literally light up this circle. And there will be furniture because there is no altar here, and there will not be. Those are my Native American sigils. So basically the first one is mine and my husband's. We did this when we were trying to get the house. Blessed be to the goddess, because everything worked out. This one is Tommy and Victoria's and the kids. This one is Kiana's. This one is Ashton, Jazz, and Jamila. And this one is for all my puppies, kitties, grandpuppies, grandkit, all the animals. And then this one here is for friends, anybody that may need some prayers or some healing. I'm going to stop. I was thinking about maybe doing one there, but then it's going to go right into the tree. So I think these are enough. I have extra rocks in case I want to make them bigger, or somebody walks off with one. But this whole thing is now a flower bed. Whoops. Somebody must have knocked you down, or the wind from the storm we had. And as you see, I have my old solar lights all the way around with tea lights. It'll be very pretty, and it'll be safe. Okay. I'm planning on clearing the leaves all the way down the path and then getting some more lumber. There's stones, but I'm also going to do lumber to outline the path. Okay. And now we are coming to where the teepee used to be. It is now an earth altar. My daughter did the pentacle for me. I collected the rocks. I dug all the rocks out from these woods, including those big boulders. So this is where I will be practicing. And what's nice is you can walk, dance, sing, chant all the way around it. And you're not interfering with the circle over here. Because we always ran into trouble. We had the tree, and I didn't want to cut it down. It also holds that. So now this will be a sitting area. I'm going to bring Andorra chairs, and the ones that will fit the little, so you can put your feet up, the stools that connect. And I'm going to move that and finish this, and my cauldron is going to go right here, and I'm going to burn the bigger candles in the cauldron, the 3-wick, the real big ones. So that'll be like that. Everybody can sit around it, and then maybe down the road I can get something for warmth, but safe. Be safe about it. Now, I'm planning on building a path from here. Another thing that'll be good about having the, I'm still cleaning up. I gotta get the stumps and stuff out. I'm going to try to do a path. Now, this is the old logging road, so they're always going to have to go down that, but I can always put rocks and make a step, like I've done over by Luna Circle. Okay? All these sticks have to be picked up. Don't I know it, as I'm tripping over them myself. But I like the fact that there's these big trees that makes a square. Although I'm going to have Louie, my neighbor, get these out of here for me. And this one, there's nothing left. It's just leaning. It's going to go forward eventually. So this tree has to go. So the start of the new teepee. It's going to be taller. So I might not be able to walk in it, but at least I can sit in a chair, and I'm not putting any tarps on this or in it. I have some extra, I'm going to have some extra tiles from doing my patio, so, or I'll do rocks. I'll do the bigger rocks and keep it all natural. But what's nice is when I get this cleared, I'm leaving the ferns. I like the ferns, and I like this little bush. But you can sit on this. I bent these trees out of the way. I am going to have to cut them, so I just got them out of the way for the time being. But yeah, you can sit on this. So it's really pretty because you're literally in the woods over here. My neighbor's there. So you're not like in the woods. I mean, the house is still over there. But now if I get this all cleared, all these little pieces of lumber, leaving the ferns, and I thought I might, decorate them with little things, solar lights and whatnot. Get this tree out of here. Louis can probably cut that for me. Get some gloves to pick up this, because this is where you run into being careful not to get ticks. Cut that big one up. Cut that up. But this one that's laying like that, which is connected to that, I might leave that up because you can sit on that too. It's like a pretty piece of art. But the tree that's bent over, hint, hint, that's what Sasquatches do. I'm going to get all this out of here and clean it up. I honestly think that's a makeshift dam over there, because in the beginning when I first came out here, this was like a water hole. And I think something actually is, this is what I mean. In here, I believe that's a homemade dam. I don't know. Found a lot of rocks, nice rocks over there. Lugged them. I would lift it, throw it, lift it, throw it. So I don't want to hear anything about exercise. And I'm walking over logs like this. So I get my exercise when I play in the woods, that's for sure. But I played in the woods when I was a kid, and I'm enjoying. And I like this thing. This is the thing that showed up shortly after I built the first teepee. It's a bent tree, and it's not broken. Reminds me of the Arch, St. Louis. I don't know how it happened, but this is going to, the tree's still alive, and it's gonna fill in, and it looks like a wreath. Now, I did start adding some things to it to try to hide it, and then I thought I'd put a chair in there and have like a private little place to sit, and maybe I can catch a deer or some of the wildlife if I come out at twilight in the morning or at night, and just sit there and be quiet and see what, because this is a game trail. What I'm walking on is a game trail. But it's all grapevine, and then you got the tree. So I thought if I cut the grapevine, the big pieces right there, and I could put a chair in there, you know, and I would be covered, at least on this side. I just thought if I got, like I said, the grapevine cut and maybe push the smaller pieces back, I could put a chair in here and make it a little area. But I'm very proud of what has come of the Sacred Circle. I was at first disappointed, but I think the goddess really wanted change, and it changed. Very happy. Also, planet flowers. Those will come back each year. They come back each year, and they also multiply, and those are the bluebells. So I've already started over here with the bluebells, and I'll probably have to give them some water. Bring a bucket out here. I'm not going to go into what happened to the teepee. I've told friends and family, but it was a forced change. We'll just call it that. And it forced me to clear all of this. And that bit of vine, it will be going. I also have a tree that needs to be cut here so it doesn't go on my path, as you can see. And this mess of vines, I want my daughter to put gloves on and help me move it and cut it. So this is down, though, an embankment, but I still would like to clear more of the leaves, and definitely along my path. I want to get this all cleared so it's like this, and then I'll probably plant the white flowers all the way down, and then just use a leaf blower so I don't hurt the flowers. And got a new little lantern. I'm gonna keep these little bushes, don't know what they are. And the pachysandras coming this way, and when it gets here, I'm just gonna let it grow. And then I keep the ferns, because those ferns are beautiful as they get taller. There isn't any ferns over here, but I'm gonna keep this, and I'm just going to collect the sticks and rake. Get all these sticks, move them, rake, and then add sticks so you can see the path better for little ones. It should be wide enough for four-wheelers. I don't know yet. If it's not, then I'll widen it. But as you see, I just think it's really pretty. It's like a cleared picnic grove now. Still got all my little... It's my magical little place. I haven't got Luna Circle completely cleaned yet. I still have raking to do there, and I have a lot of stone work to do. I want to do the corners all stone. So when you walk into the circle, the outside of the circle where the corners are that go down are flat rocks. And then I'm going to extend the path up over the logging driveway. Have the path go right there. And that's where the shed's going to. The shed will be directly next to Luna Circle. And I'll have my sacred circle with my pentacle earth altar, and I'll have Luna Circle with my witch's cottage, and a magical place for my grandkids to run around and play in with safe paths for them to walk on, just like my mom made me. And I'll have a teepee over there for them to play in, and a path going directly from the backyard through the sacred circle. Basically, we'll be able to take nice walks with the dogs. Well, my new puppy is going to be able to walk in the woods and be around kids, other dogs and people. My neighbors also said she's going to help me socialize. I don't want... Oh, hang on. There we go. That is Kiana's bunny. Look at the fat thing. Look at how fat you are. Pretty bunny. Pretty bunny. Yes, you are. Pretty bunny. There's a couple of them. Actually, this year we have 3 of them. And Kiana they will literally, if I talk to the bunny, it will literally just sit there and watch me, as long as I don't try to approach. Now, Kiana, she can approach the bunny. She doesn't have any problems. She has this thing with nature. Even as a child, she cried dragonflies would swarm, and then they'd swarm you. She can stand out here and put her hands up in the air, and from nowhere a dragonfly will appear and land in her hand. Kiana Cheyenne is very special, as are all my children. They each have their own gifts. The goddess did give them gifts. I'm very blessed. I love my kids so much, and I love my grandchildren even. Oh, it's a blessing. I'm so happy that I can do this, that I can make these paths, put these flower beds in, walk through the woods. I'm just so happy. I am. This area I'm turning back. This is my next project. Clean it up. These are plants already. Whoops. I've asked them to go all the way around. Gonna pull some of the ferns out so these guys can get a chance. Clean up the leaves, but you see they're back there. I'm saying come forward, see? There's more that started. I didn't have this many last year, and as soon as I said that I wanted to turn this back into a flower bed, well, it's like this land just, I don't know, listens to me. I did not have all them. They're back there too. I mean, I may have to transplant some of them, and it stops here. So I would clean this out, leave that bush, and the ferns, and hopefully these would come in. If not, I have a big pile, or not pile, but a flower mound of them that was here when I got here. I have not done any work over here, so that needs to be cleaned out. And then this is the last flower bed, and I need to get the leaves out of here, and I need to get new rocks. It's missing the big rocks, see? They go all the way around, and then there's some missing over there and here. My son gave me the cute little bike, so I parked it there. I'm going to try to get a handle thing for it, maybe buy one at a yard sale. And then that's what I was talking about. The stool that goes, that's a broken one, so now it is a decoration. But I have a lot of work to do with this bed. I did get those hostas in last year. That was the first thing I put in. Excuse me, I'm getting bothered by something. And of course there's bluebells. And then the wild violets. So, and whatever that bush is, which just never seems to do very well, I think a part of it is the tree branches above need to be trimmed. My mother said that we took this over. She was going to come help me, and then, well, she got busy with her own life. But I've got some pretty cool neighbors that are very helpful. We help them with things. They help us with things. It's really nice. And it's nice that me and Jackie, well, I've known her since she was in high school, so she is kind of like my daughter. So anyway, I just wanted to show everybody everything in the daytime so you could get an idea of what has gone on with the Sacred Circle. And when I do perform my first ritual, I will definitely be all dressed up. I'm thinking Viking, and I will film it. I'm going to try to get a stand for my phone so I don't have to hold it. And I'm just really happy. These bushes survived here winter. We still got them tied, but they survived. So anyway, I'm going to close for now. I got a few things left to do, and I have an invite across the street at my neighbor's for dinner. Subs, that's what I mean. We do, cookouts, and we just share. And that's how it should be. I love being in the country. I love being away from the city. I love being able to move about and do the things that I can do, because honestly, a lot of amputees can't do the things that I do. And I'm so grateful, Goddess and God. I'm so grateful to my ancestors or whoever's helping me. I just am. So blessed be everybody. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy your outdoor time. Enjoy your family. Enjoy life. And shut the news off. Just unplug. It's all lies and all a bunch of crap anyway. It really is. Just enjoy your little nook. Your family, your friends, your home, your yard or land. And be thankful that you have your spot. And if you're in the city, I say blessings for you. I wouldn't want to be in the city right now. Even the small little towns in my area of New York. I just wouldn't. I have a feeling that the people that live out are going to be the ones that have an easier time. We have the Amish. We share. We have our vegetable gardens, our flower gardens, our seed gardens, and we give and take and help each other out. And we watch out for each other's houses and homes and vehicles, and it's not like that in the city. Everybody's out for themselves, and there's a lot of thieving and stealing, yelling and screaming, and women getting... I just don't want any part of that. I'm calm, submissive, and happy. My dogs make me extremely happy. My grandchildren, my family, my friends, and my yard, and now the little critters that are here. So, again, have a great weekend and blessed be.